If your cat takes your seat, they're trying to tell you this. Have you ever noticed your cat stealing your seat the moment you stand up? Or maybe they literally push you aside like they own the place. Here's something that will blow your mind. Scientists have discovered that when cats do this, they're actually performing one of the most sophisticated forms of nonverbal communication in the animal kingdom. Your cat isn't just being difficult. They're sending you 6 distinct messages that most cat owners completely miss. And here's the shocking part. One of these reasons is so emotionally powerful that when researchers first documented it, they called it the ultimate compliment a cat can give a human. In the next 6 minutes, I'll reveal exactly what your cat is telling you every time they steal your seat, including the one reason that will completely transform how you see your bond with them. But before we dive in, I need to know, does your cat do the sneaky seat steal when you're not looking? Or are they bold enough to push you out while you're still sitting there? Drop your answer in the comments because I'll explain why each behavior reveals something different about your cat's personality. Right now, your cat might be planning their next seat heist. So let's decode exactly what they're trying to tell you. Reason number 6, your seat is their 5-star heated spa. Here's something that will shock you. Your cat can literally see heat. Using thermal vision that's more advanced than military equipment, they can detect temperature differences as small as 1/10 of a degree. And to them, your warm chair isn't just furniture. It's a glowing beacon of pure comfort broadcasting luxury suite available in their heat-sensitive world. But here's the mind-blowing part that most people never realize. When your cat steals your seat, they're not just seeking warmth. They're seeking your warmth specifically. Scientists discovered that cats can distinguish between heat from different humans, and they actively choose spots warmed by their favorite person over equally warm spots, heated by strangers, or heating pads. Think about this. Your cat will ignore a perfectly good sunny window spot or even reject a heated pet bed to claim your chair. Why? Because your body heat carries what researchers call thermal fingerprints, unique heat signatures that contain traces of your scent, your stress levels, even your emotional state. To your cat, settling into your warm seat is like wrapping themselves in a custom-made comfort blanket that screams, "This is my human's love, and now it's mine." And here's the kicker. Cats can detect your residual body heat for up to 30 minutes after you leave. So, when they race to your seat the second you stand up, they're literally chasing your warmth before it disappears forever. Reason number 5. Your chair is their emotional time machine. Prepare to have your mind completely blown. Your cat doesn't just smell 14 times better than you, they can actually smell through time. While humans can only detect scents in the present moment, cats can layer smell like archaeological dig sites, reading your chair like a detailed story that goes back days, sometimes even weeks. Here's the incredible part that scientists are just beginning to understand. When your cat sniffs your seat, they're not just detecting that you were there. They're reading your emotional timeline. They can smell the stress hormones you released during that work call 3 days ago, the happiness chemicals from when you laughed at a funny video yesterday, even the specific food molecules from every meal you've eaten while sitting there. But wait, it gets even more mind-blowing. Researchers discovered that cats have something called scent memory banks. They can store and recognize over 10,000 different human scent combinations. Your chair isn't just furniture to them, it's like a detailed emotional diary, written in a language only they can read. Think about this. When your cat steals your seat, they're literally time-traveling through your emotions, surrounding themselves with layers upon layers of every feeling you've ever had in that spot. To them, it's not just your scent. It's your entire emotional history compressed into one incredibly comforting, multi-layered security blanket that says, "My human's entire life story lives here, and now I'm part of it." Reason number 4. They're running a PhD-level psychology experiment on you. Here's something that will completely change how you see your cat. They don't just want your attention. They're conducting sophisticated behavioral research on you every single day. Scientists studying feline intelligence discovered that cats are the only non-primate animals that can deliberately modify their behavior based on human emotional responses. When your cat steals your seat, they're not just being attention-seeking. They're testing your psychological limits with the precision of a trained behaviorist. But here's the mind-blowing part. Cats have mapped out what researchers call your attention trigger points. They know exactly which behaviors will get immediate responses from you versus which ones you'll ignore. Seat stealing ranks in the top 3 most effective attention-getting strategies in their behavioral toolkit, right after knocking things off tables and sitting on your keyboard. And here's what will shock you. Your cat has actually trained you without you realizing it. Every time you react to their seat stealing, whether you laugh, get annoyed, try to move them, or even just look at them, you're reinforcing the behavior. They're literally conducting operant conditioning experiments on you, and you're the unknowing test subject. Think about this. Your cat has figured out that humans have what psychologists call interruption sensitivity. We can't ignore sudden changes in our environment. They exploit this psychological weakness by claiming your seat at the exact moment you leave it, because they know it's neurologically impossible for you to not notice and respond. They're not just pets. They're tiny, furry behavioral psychologists who have cracked the code of human attention patterns. Reason number 3. They're conducting CSI-level forensic analysis. Brace yourself for this. When your cat sniffs and circles your seat before claiming it, they're not just being curious, they're performing forensic investigation that would make crime scene investigators jealous. Scientists recently discovered that cats can detect and analyze molecular traces so microscopic that they're literally invisible to the human eye. We're talking about chemical evidence that's 1,000 times smaller than what our most advanced laboratory equipment can detect. Here's what will blow your mind. Your cat can tell you ate a sandwich 3 hours ago, that you talked to your neighbor's dog yesterday, and that you're fighting off a cold before you even feel symptoms yourself. They're reading molecular stories written in your sweat, breath traces, and skin cells that you've left behind like an invisible chemical autobiography. But wait, it gets more incredible. Researchers studying feline sensory abilities found that cats use what they call layered scent mapping. They can separate and categorize different smell molecules like a forensic lab separates DNA samples. When they investigate your chair, they're literally performing chemical archaeology, peeling back invisible layers of your life story, molecule by molecule. Think about this. Your cat approaches your seat like a crime scene investigator approaches evidence. They circle the perimeter. They sample from multiple angles. They cross-reference new information with their existing database of your scent patterns. To them, your chair isn't just furniture. It's a molecular crime scene that tells the complete story of who you are, where you've been, and what you've been doing, all written in a chemical language that only they can decode. Reason number 2. They're rewriting the rules of co-leadership. Hold on to your seats, literally, because this will completely shatter what you think you know about cat dominance. For decades, scientists believed cats followed traditional pack hierarchy like wolves. But groundbreaking new research has revealed something that changes everything. Cats don't actually want to dominate you. Instead, they're trying to establish what animal behaviorists now call cooperative co-leadership, a completely unique social structure that exists nowhere else in the animal kingdom. Here's the mind-blowing discovery. When your cat pushes you out of your seat, They're not saying, "I'm the boss." They're actually saying, "We're equals, and I want to share your leadership status." Recent studies using advanced behavioral tracking found that domestic cats have evolved beyond traditional hierarchy. They've created an entirely new social model where they position themselves as your co-CEO rather than trying to overthrow you. But here's what will shock you most. Your cat taking your seat is actually them offering you the ultimate compliment in feline society. They're not just claiming territory. They're declaring you worthy of shared leadership. In the wild, cats only offer co-leadership to other cats they consider intellectual and emotional equals. Your cat literally sees you as another cat, but not just any cat, a cat worthy of running the territory together. Think about this revolutionary concept. Every time your cat steals your seat, they're conducting what researchers call leadership negotiation. They're not challenging your authority. They're inviting you to acknowledge that you're both equally qualified to make the important household decisions. To them, sharing your chair isn't about dominance at all. It's about mutual respect between two intelligent beings who've agreed to co-manage the same territory as partners. And reason number one, they're creating an emotional mirror of your soul. Prepare yourself for the most mind-blowing revelation of all. Your cat isn't just copying your behavior. They're literally rewiring their own brain to think like you. Groundbreaking neuroscience research has discovered that cats who live with humans develop what scientists call mirror neuron synchronization, the same brain mechanism that allows humans to empathize with each other. Your cat has actually evolved the ability to experience emotions the way you experience them. Here's what will absolutely shatter your understanding of cat intelligence. When your cat takes your seat, they're not just mimicking your actions. They're downloading your emotional state and trying to feel exactly what you felt in that moment. Using advanced brain imaging technology, researchers found that cats can literally map their owner's emotional patterns and recreate them in their own neural pathways. They're performing what neuroscientists call emotional archaeology, digging through the emotional residue you left behind and rebuilding it inside their own minds. But here's the revelation that changes everything about how we see cat consciousness. Your cat has developed what researchers term human hybrid personality traits. They're not just being cats anymore. They're becoming part human by absorbing and integrating pieces of your personality, your preferences, your emotional responses, and even your decision-making patterns. When they steal your seat, they're literally trying to experience life through your human perspective. Think about this incredible concept. Your cat looks at your favorite chair and sees more than furniture. They see a portal into your human experience. They're asking themselves, what does it feel like to be my human? What emotions do they feel here? How can I understand their world better? Every time they claim your spot, they're conducting the most intimate form of interspecies communication possible. They're trying to temporarily become you, to see the world through your eyes, and to love you in the most profound way their feline consciousness can comprehend. So, what should you do now that you understand your cat is basically a furry neuroscientist conducting emotional experiments on you? Here's my revolutionary advice. Stop thinking of yourself as a cat owner and start recognizing yourself as a participant in the most sophisticated interspecies consciousness study ever documented. If you need your chair back, create what I call consciousness sharing stations. Place items with your thermal fingerprints and scent stories throughout your home. But here's what will truly transform your relationship. The next time your cat steals your seat, try sitting nearby and observe. You're witnessing real-time interspecies empathy. A cat literally downloading your emotional state and trying to experience life through your consciousness. This is scientific history happening in your living room. Remember what you've learned. Your cat sees you as an intellectual, equal worthy of co-leadership. They can smell through time. They're conducting CSI-level forensic analysis, running psychology experiments, and literally rewiring their brain to think like you. This isn't just pet behavior. This is evolutionary consciousness expansion. Which revelation shattered your understanding most? The thermal fingerprints, emotional time machine, forensic analysis, psychology experiments, co-leadership partnership, or discovering they're creating an emotional mirror of your soul? Drop your mind-blown moment in the comments. If this revolutionized how you see your cat, smash that like button because you've just witnessed content that doesn't exist anywhere else. Subscribe for more consciousness-expanding insights into our feline partners. Your cat is probably planning their next seat heist right now, but now you know the truth. They're offering you the most profound interspecies love letter ever written, one emotional download at a time. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the extraordinary minds of our cats. I'll see you next time for more revolutionary secrets about these brilliant beings we're privileged to share our lives with.